Happy New Year, Leo. This is Michael with your January 2023 reading. I do hope that this video finds you well, although taking a peek at the cards I already pulled for you, you might be feeling a little shaken up at the start of this month. So I do feel like self-care is going to be really important, especially since we are in Capricorn season that is very focused on your health and wellness. Before we get too far into your reading, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards and stars for you. For those of you who are ready for a more personal, in-depth look into 2023, you can actually get 30% off any astrology reading on my website using the code in the stars through January 14th. You can find all of my links in the description box down below, including my services, astrology blog, and social media accounts. So when I was first pulling cards for you, Leo, I really just felt like something was just so shocking to you with the rabbit card, or something just had you almost paralyzed with fear or anxiety. This was the first card that I pulled, and I was like, oh no, Leo, what's going on? And it really does seem like your nervous system is just on high alert. And this could perhaps be in part due to the fact that we have Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, which again is about your health and wellness. And there could be something going on with your mental health as well, or just you're feeling very overwhelmed. However, the card I pulled after that was the Lion. And I love seeing this card for you because this is your card. And so I get the sense you go from being very afraid to very calm and very centered. And perhaps some of you could be coming across as very masterful, very composed, even if on the inside you are feeling very scared or nervous about something. I could also see it that way too, but I really see this more as a progression. And when I see the Lion, I think of this more as a card of meditation and spiritual mastery. Lion energy really is all about self-growth and self-development and improving ourselves. And when I see the rabbit too, it's like I almost think your mind is going too quickly, you're overthinking something, and it's actually important that you make sure that you are listening and just becoming very present. And I actually think of open monitoring meditation, which is where you are taking in the environment around you, you're listening to things very intently, very mindfully. And I think it's really important that you ground yourself. I think there's something that was kind of being held back, or something that wasn't revealed with the Two of Swords from the past, or maybe even something that you were delaying. And that's almost the impression I'm getting, especially with the rabbit. It's like there was something that you were trying to avoid that you just couldn't avoid anymore, and we got into the Tower. And so the Tower really represents this major disruption, or maybe even ending, some truth or revelation. And looking at the bottom of the deck, again, we have the Ace of Swords. So I really do feel like something was said, something happened, something was made clear, and coming into the month of January, it had you feeling very unsettled. And the overall energy, the kind of central theme of this month is temperance. And this really is about finding balance. This is about patience. It's about alchemy. And this takes time. And it's almost like you have to let the dust settle. And it's funny because I feel like in a way you've been in this energy where you've been putting something off, but now it's like time can bring some form of healing. Time can do something to help the situation. And it's like you were sort of waiting, oh, maybe this will get better, maybe this will improve, maybe I can make this work. But it was very clear that something was not working. And now you are healing, now you are finding equilibrium. And that could really look any number of ways. We do have the Hanged Man here as well as kind of a change. And this is about seeing things from a different perspective. But again, there could be some sort of delay or setback, perhaps. I don't even want to say setback, but more so a delay. And it's almost like with Mars and Mercury retrograde for the first part of this month, it really is like things are slowing down. I would definitely prepare for delays or miscommunications or misunderstandings, and just kind of have a backup plan. Don't be too rigid in your scheduling this month. I think that's pretty universal with Mercury retrograde, but especially for you because this could be affecting your work as well. Um, but I really do think with the full moon that we have on the 6th in the sign of Cancer, there really is this thing that is being revealed. Things that have been hidden are being revealed again. And I think there's even more of a shift that is happening with Judgment in the future. There's like a major shift that is happening this month. And I think that's why it's like, with all of these things that are changing and all of these things that might even feel out of your control, you could easily feel overwhelmed. But I want you to ground. I want you to meditate and maybe even spend time outside or spend time with plants or animals. Anything that can help you feel connected to nature feels very, very important to me. We are also coming into Aquarius season, which does often signify an emphasis on close relationships for you. But to be honest, I feel like there's really a predominant focus on healing and finding balance and maybe even harmony. Maybe you are co-regulating with someone. Maybe someone is helping you see things from a different perspective with the Hanged Man, especially if there is Pisces energy or Sagittarius energy in your life. That could be someone who is being helpful or supportive to you during this time. I actually want to clarify, why is Judgment here? What is Judgment about? Why is the Judgment card here? And as I'm shuffling, just kind of looking more at the astrology, we do have Uranus going direct on the 22nd, which is the day after the new moon in Aquarius. And for you, there really could be a sudden change at work or sudden shifts with whatever your role is. And that could also be causing some sort of stress. And maybe that's what this Judgment card is. There's like a big pivotal moment here that is happening. But I could also see like a very serious relationship developing or going to the next level. Because we do have the new moon in Aquarius on the 21st, and then Venus and Saturn are coming together on the 22nd, also in the sign of Aquarius. Venus represents love, Saturn represents commitment. There really is actually like the potential for a new committed relationship or a deepening of a committed relationship. And if this isn't romantic, maybe it is just like a partnership of some kind or deepening a connection and becoming more invested in each other's lives. And we do have the Father or King of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. So very, very interesting. What is going on here? I feel like there's a big conversation. There's just a lot of really big conversations that are happening. Some of them feel like conversations about potential endings or just like really addressing things, trying to find healing and harmony after a sort of rupture. Whoa, that's way too many. Okay. Let me actually pull from another deck here. What is going on? I actually want to pull from the Moonology deck. Where is it? God, I've been having this problem. I can't seem to find it. So I'm just going to trust that wasn't the deck for you. I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle instead. Wow. We have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I mean, I think there is something that's very, very sweet. And one of the things I'm kind of noticing with the King of Swords here, there is a sword over his heart. Don't close your heart right now. It's almost like dissolving and opening up. And you can trust these beautiful things that are coming into your life, especially by the end of this month. And I think especially with the sun coming into the sign of Aquarius, you are ruled by the sun. So there is like major focus on relationships and really does look like romantic relationships, honestly. And we have the black egg. Speaking your truth, being your authentic self. And kind of peeking ahead to February, we do have a full moon in your sign. And that could represent a shift or personal transformation that is happening. And I think that's more when this black egg will come into play, because the black egg represents the throat chakra. And it's very much about expression and personal truth. And it's almost like you need to listen to your own truth with the rabbit card. I actually feel like there's more about you listening and getting very quiet. And sometimes when there's a lot of stress or chaos, it's like your mind is almost in this wind tunnel and you can't really take in what other people are saying to you either. And so there might be something that is said or something that was said that you weren't really able to fully process at the time. And I think that's part of this balancing. And I do feel like there will be some sort of resolution here. We do have the devil. I think there's a lot of working with fears, maybe even codependency. Why is the devil here? We have the devil with the Seven of Swords. I feel like some of you might have been in a manipulative situation, or you might be in a manipulative situation. And it's like, I think there's something you need to speak to. Especially if you're sensing something is off or something is happening behind your back. This could also be happening to someone in your life, especially a partner. With Mercury being retrograde in Capricorn, it could also be like a coworker or someone you work with. And maybe that's causing some sort of change or shift at work. What do we do about this energy? Speak up. Page of Swords. I feel like you are finding your voice. Whether this is something that someone kept from you, or maybe you even sabotaged yourself, or possibly both. I feel like it's really important to communicate. Is there anything else? Anything else for Leo? Any other messages for Leo at this time? Show us clearly, please. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. Yeah, so I feel like there is a major shift, and honestly, I feel like in large part the full moon in Cancer is really activating a lot of things and bringing a lot of things from your subconscious or things that have been hidden to the light. And there is some major integration that is happening, and sometimes when people talk about spiritual awakening, they speak of it in a way where it's like it can be very intense, and I do definitely get this sense of intensity, but at the same time you are finding mastery in it. You are finding your sense of sovereignty in this, and it is also helping you find healthy relationships and relate to other people in a more authentic and connected way. And again, fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. I really do feel like even though there's been a lot of focus on kind of difficulties or hard things that are being exposed, there are also supportive people, and maybe you are even being supported by those people at the same time. I feel like there's someone who is very logical and very objective. And even if there are big emotions, I don't think that's something that is necessarily interfering with this King of Swords. And I think, honestly, this month could kind of feel like a pendulum swing, a little bit back and forth. Like there is some intensity and there's also some very beautiful, sweet energies as well. And that's part of holding the extremes, holding opposites. And that's very much the Temperance card, bringing opposites together, or holding the extremes of life, water and fire. And this is a very unified energy. I do just want to say, though, Leo, be very careful, maybe of Capricorn energy this month, but it does also feel like there could be someone in the workplace or just some sort of like enemy of yours or rival of yours who I think you need to speak up in some way. Whether that's speaking to them or speaking about a situation, I think you will know. But anyways, those are all the messages I have for you this month, Leo. I hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below what is going on, because it feels like there's a very intense thing that is being exposed or revealed. Anyways, I'm sending you all my love, and I will see you next time. Take care.